Previously on The Wolf Among Us.
Fucking hell! See? This is what I told you about, Sheriff. You're just gonna stand there?
I should probably go handle this.
Yes, please. Thank you.
God damn you! You know who I am
Whoa,
now,
whoa, hey,
don't
hey! You're drunk, all right? Think this through. What the hell is going on? What happened?
A little misunderstanding that turned into a real shit show.
Are you all right?
I'm hunky-dory. Thanks for asking.
Why was he hitting you?
He asked me if I recognized him, knew who he was. I said I didn't. He started beating on me. Then you showed up, started beating on him. That about cover it, hun?
I'm the Woodsman, you whore.
Hey, what did I say about that word?
Come on!
You got me out of a bad situation back there. Thanks.
I'm still gonna need a statement.
It's a little late for an office visit, Sheriff. I'll swing by your apartment. I'll see you around, Wolf.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? DoctorDDub here, and welcome back to The Wolf Among Us. I am gonna answer this door so this knocking stops, because my goodness, it's getting annoying. We tidy up for whoever this is.
Bigby!
Snow?
Come with me.
Snow White? Is she the owner of this apartment complex? I'm
No.
pretty sure she is.
Snow!
What?
She's looking good.
Sorry, What is it?
Just slow down.
No, keep up. We need to...
What's going on?
Hello. Good morning. Or evening.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the middle of the night still, I think.
These walls are paper thin.
So we're going somewhere else to talk?
Be careful. We'll talk outside.
Uh-huh. I said this last time, and I'll say it again. I really hope we get to see everyone in their fable form at some point. Although some of the characters are human to begin with in the fables. Like Snow White is a human, just different. Is that a security jacket? With nobody inside? Or no body inside? I guess either one works. Yeah, security. And I saw, as we were walking down the hall, oh, that's a weird place to stop the camera. There's a security office with Bigby Wolf on the door. So we are apparently security for this building or something. So maybe this is us? I don't know.
You knew this girl?
Holy crap.
She's not a Mundy, right? Who was she? I thought I knew everyone in Fabletown. She looks familiar. I can't place her, though.
Just a girl. We didn't have a whole lot of time to chat.
I'm pretty sure the other two options were the correct ones, but what does she have in her mouth? Is that a note?
He attacked her. I stepped in. And he threatened to kill us both.
No. You don't think he...
I don't think anything yet. Just give me a second.
Oh my gosh.
It's just terrible.
I like that girl
It took
too.
me a second to realize what I was even looking at.
So, who found her?
I did. She was just like this. I didn't touch her. I grabbed Grimble's jacket to cover her with. Then, I came to get you right away.
No one else was with you?
No.
Woo. That's one way to start.
Bigby, did one of us do this?
There hasn't been a murder in Fabletown in a long time.
All the more reason we shouldn't start a panic before we know what's going on.
So true.
I'll have a look around.
Lopped her head off.
We don't have much time before people will be coming through here.
And you know whoever did it left it on this doorstep for a reason. So we would find it. Oh gosh. Get to inspect the severed head.
Strange cut. What did this to her?
What could do something like that?
Definitely not an axe.
Either something very sharp or something with magic attached to it.
AKA a fable.
She was placed here with some care.
What do you mean?
You can see that someone didn't just toss her here. She was deliberately placed for us to find.
Yep.
What kind of monster would do this?
Someone who has something against me. That's who. And is that I think
What
that's
is-
a letter. Or something.
It's her ribbon. There's some kind of symbol here.
Huh. I don't recognize it.
Neither do I.
A moon with an upside down fleur-de-lis and then two. I didn't see what those were. And a trail of blood. Oh man.
I'm sorry. This is just so surreal.
Uh-huh.
What do you want to do next?
It makes me wonder if that girl had returned with all of the money, if this still would have happened.
We still have some time. I should keep investigating the area.
Okay, good idea.
Not that there's anything more I could have done, but so we saw blood. I don't remember what direction that was off in.
Nobody there.
Hey, maybe Beauty's still hiding. Who knows? She hid not super well before. Oh yeah, I forget. It says keep off grass. I can't really walk on said grass. Is this where the blood spatter was? Or can I go around the corner? No? Nothing on the bench. I don't know if there's that much more to examine. Ah, here's the blood trail. Okay. Is that showing that it continues? How
Blood.
fresh is it?
Drops of blood. I'd say it's been here an hour maybe.
Man, and we haven't been home for that long. I'm pretty sure we fell asleep for a little bit as the episode ended last time. So I don't know exactly what time it is, but
No signs that it's been here long.
and I love all this detective work too. It's kind of cool. Is that from what she was wearing?
Fabric. Looks like jeans. Doesn't tell me much.
But we get to hang on to it, so maybe we can use it for later. Ah, someone jumped the fence, cut their pants, tore their leg. Wait. Tore their pants, cut their leg. And that's their blood on the fence and their scrap of fabric on their pants that's missing. Or on their jeans.
Just some loose trash.
Is that Huff and Puff? Is that a brand of cigarettes? Is that what I saw? That's kind of funny.
Blood. Still wet. Sharp enough.
Huh. Well, we got the scrap of fabric, and now I'm onto something. I don't know if Bigby's onto it as well, but me personally, IRL, I'm onto it.
What are you doing?
Better to be thorough.
Sure, just hurry up.
We're checking
We don't
the
have much
match.
time. We should move her before anyone shows up. We'll find out more at the business office. She'll be in the books. I'm sure of it. Bigby, do you have any idea what's going on? How did this happen? Why her?
This is getting dark.
It's just so awful.
This is a message.
A message? I don't know, Bigby. I get complaints at the office all the time, but just what about this makes you think that?
Whoever did this isn't exactly hiding it. The placement of the head, it's exact, purposeful. She was placed here precisely for us to find. All of us.
All of us to
Well,
find? Everyone who lives here?
Yes. I guess you're right. The killer wanted us to know what they had done. I'm gonna have to tell Crane about this. As long as King Cole is gone, he's acting mayor. He needs to know.
Crane is the
And
mayor?
he's going to find out anyway, so we may as well get out in front of it. It'll just be worse if he finds out we held it from him. I know you don't like him, but he's our boss. This is part of the job.
We should wait until we have more to tell him. Right now, all we know is a girl is dead. Telling Crane doesn't change that, and I've got all the
That's true.
motivation I need to find out who did this.
That sounds reasonable, but I don't know. I'll think about it.
I
She's
just
gonna
don't
listen.
want him interfering.
Oh, I feel a sneeze coming on.
Crane's
now?
not what's important right now. We need to figure out who this girl was so we can find whoever did this. Take this back to Dr. Swinehart. He can take a look at it. I'll meet you at the business office.
Oh, it's like right on the edge. Yeah, it's not happening. Dang it. That's the worst. Are we wrapping the head up in the jacket and taking it with us? I knew we'd be doing detective work, but I did not think
What,
it
are
would
you
start off with
blind?
a severed head.
Why, you don't see there's a line? I've been standing here a half hour already. You get to just walk in? Must be nice being the sheriff. Do whatever the fuck you like.
I work here.
And what great work you do, Sheriff.
That didn't feel very genuine.
We don't care at all. Whoa. This is cool.
Because you are the one bringing this to me, Miss Snow. The one who so simply stumbled upon this catastrophe on our very doorstep.
Oh, she
the last
told
thing
him?
I need with Mayor Cole away is a hysteria. Do you understand me?
Yes, of course I
Don't
do.
interrupt me, Miss Snow.
You asked me a question.
Don't change the subject. You are to blame for this unpleasantness, Miss Snow.
I brought you this news as soon as I could.
You are trusted to keep things running smoothly around here. This is a disaster. Who else is to blame if not you?
It isn't anyone's fault. Instead of trying to assign blame, maybe we should figure out how to catch the fucker who did this.
Oh, is that how you see things? Sheriff,
Didn't
you are the
appreciate
one
that.
charged
Oh,
with
well, who
protecting the
cares?
citizens of Fabletown. Your failure to do so cost someone their life and the safety of the entire community. Tell me you've been doing something. Are there any leads? Suspects? Anything?
We just
Anything at
found
all?
it.
Any shred of evidence you two know what the hell you're doing. Because right now, I have half a mind to fire the both of you.
The Woodsman is a person of interest. From what we've been able to gather, he was last seen with the victim.
The Woodsman? That drunk wretch was the cause of this?
It's a lead.
No,
Nothing
suspect.
certain yet.
Jeez.
Well, find him. Get him in here if that's all you have to go on. You two need to get a handle on this situation quickly and quietly. The last thing we need is all of Fabletown knowing there's a killer amongst us.
I like his mutton chops.
No.
Yes? Sir?
Call Vivian right this minute and let her know I'm coming in early for my massage.
I will.
Where is the bottle of wine you were to
Ichabod
purchase?
Crane.
Oh, bother. Forget it. Can't do anything right. Do your
Someone's
job,
in a mood.
Sheriff. Or we'll find someone who can.
You know what?
Stop. We'll get on it right away, sir.
I tried.
You would have just pissed him off more.
That was kind of the goal.
Right.
Well, that could have gone better. Well, I guess I should have listened to you and waited.
Wasn't gonna say I told you so.
You don't have to say it. It would have been better to have more to offer. Get our ducks in a row.
I told you
Oh,
so.
Crane doesn't like people smoking and... Never mind. Smoke away.
Who gets a massage this early?
Crane. It doesn't really matter the time of day. A mere scent of stress and he's out the door.
Not the best quality for
Is he gone?
Yes, thankfully.
a mayor. What?
Buffkin!
Hello, Miss Snow.
Drinking? This early? Where did you get that?
It
Who
was
is
by
this?
Mr. Ichabod's desk.
Then don't you think it probably belongs to him?
Maybe.
That's the bottle of wine he was asking about? This guy's so cool looking.
How are you today, Mr. Bigby?
It hasn't been a great morning, Buffkin.
Buffkin? I
Sorry.
don't know who that is.
Not your fault. Thanks for asking, though.
Buffkin, get the books.
Which books?
The ones with all the fables in it.
Not sure that was any more specific.
Bring the first 3.
Be back in a few minutes.
He knows
This
the
is
ones
the
I'm talking
coolest
about.
office.
There's bound to be information on her here. Somewhere. We'll at least be able to get her real name from the books whenever Buffkin finds them. In the meantime, poke around. Maybe the mirror can help.
Okay, next time we get
I
some
really
free
have to get
time.
this appointment squared away, but let me know if you need anything.
Okay,
Hello, Vivian.
here's said free time.
Hi, this is Snow White, Mr. Crane's assistant. Hi, yes, I'm just calling
It
to
is Snow
let you
White.
know that Mr. Crane's schedule seems to have filled up for the rest of the day, and he's coming in early for his appointment.
Is that it?
Yes, that's right. Mm-hmm. No, we got your invoice. Yes. It should be squared away. Yep. No, I can wait.
Okay. I do kind of want to go through some Book of Fables entries, and this might be a long binge because we're going to play catch up right now. So if you're watching this live, you got no choice but to sit through it if you want, or you can, click away. But if you're watching this after the fact, you can go ahead and skip to the timestamp that I've got on screen, and if you don't care about reading about these guys, we can pick up from there. Okay. So we're just going to go through everyone and read up on them, because a lot of people, I don't know exactly who they are or what lore they're from or any of that. So, Snow White, assistant to the deputy mayor. Snow White may seem cold, but this stems from her life of mistreatment and abuse back in the homelands. After escaping assault and imprisonment, not to mention an attempt on her life, she married Prince Charming. It wasn't long before Snow discovered that Charming cheated on her with her estranged sister, Rose Red, and she divorced him. After the Exodus, Snow focused her attention on setting up a safe haven for fables in the New World. She now serves as assistant to the deputy mayor of Fabletown. That sounds so epic. The Woodsman, fallen hero. The Woodsman is one of the few men who went toe-to-toe with Bigby in his Black Forest days and lived to tell the tale. In an attempt to save Little Red Riding Hood, he split the Great Wolf's belly open with his axe, filled him full of rocks, and threw the beast into a river. To his dismay, his popularity has faded. Even his name is forgotten, and he is only known as the Woodsman. And then Beauty, we met in the grounds of our apartment, the caring wife. Beauty and her husband, Beast, once lived in an enchanted castle, but they were forced to flee the homelands in the Exodus, leaving all of their wealth behind. Now they live in a modest studio in Fabletown, New York. Oh, so this is set in New York. That's cool. Though times are hard, with Beast working multiple jobs to pay the bills, the couple have the longest lasting relationship of all the Fables. And her husband, Beast? Beast and his wife, Beauty, left everything behind when they escaped the homelands in the Exodus. Without his former wealth, Beast must pick up extra work to make ends meet. This is kind of the same thing, but from a different perspective. He is able to get around Fabletown without a glamour most of the time. But if Beauty gets too angry with him, he becomes more beastly by the minute, growing horns and large teeth. Interesting. Despite the occasional bickering, the two are truly in love and have the longest lasting relationship of anyone in Fabletown. Thank you. Mr. Toad, Slumlord. Mr. Toad is the superintendent for a defunct tenement on the edge of Fabletown proper. Because he's a 3.5-foot talking amphibian, Toad is required by Fabletown law to keep his family and himself magically glamoured to appear human. The problem is Toad isn't too concerned with what the law is and has to be reminded often. Colin, couch surfer. Colin is better known as one of the 3 little pigs. Back in the homelands, they were harassed by the big bad wolf, who blew down Colin's house of straw. After the Exodus, Colin and the other Fables who couldn't pass for human were sent to live at the farm in upstate New York. Unable to stand such a boring life, Colin constantly makes trips down to Fabletown to bother Bigby. He is always caught and sent back to the farm, but he doesn't let that stop him. And then this royal jerk who we just met, Ichabod Crane, Deputy Mayor of Fabletown. Hailing from the haunted town of Sleepy Hollow, Ichabod Crane has been Deputy Mayor of Fabletown for nearly 115 years. Wow. Crane is a bundle of nerves and takes his job very seriously, though that doesn't mean he always does it well. As one of Fabletown's elite, Crane is often blind to the troubles of the less well-off citizens. Overall, Crane is authoritarian, cowardly, and always hiding something. And then Buffkin, Fabletown librarian? Buffkin is the talking winged monkey from the land of Oz. Ah, I still don't recognize it, but that kind of makes sense. Now, as Fabletown's librarian, he spends his time reading and stealing the deputy mayor's booze. He's prone to mischief, so when something goes wrong, he assumes he'll receive the lion's share of the blame. He's helpful when he wants to be, but most of the time he'd rather be drinking. Someone would have fired him a long time ago, but he's the only one who can make sense of the filing system. And then Fabletown, which is where all this is taking place. Home of the Fables. Fabletown is a community located on Bullfinch Street in Manhattan's Upper West Side. To regular people, Mondays, it appears to be an ordinary New York neighborhood, but it is really the home of fables from many worlds. And within the business office at the Woodlands lies a massive cavern, a vast library, and hundreds of magical items of immense power. I think that's where we're at right now. All non-human fables live upstate on the farm, an extension of Fabletown. Speaking of which, the farm is home to fables who cannot pass as human. Giants, goblins, animals, etc. It is located in upstate New York, far enough away from the Mondays to avoid detection. Some of its residents resent their confinement to the farm, despite its size and comforts. To them, the farm is a prison. They would be allowed to leave the farm if they could purchase a glamour, but many don't have the money for something so expensive. Though some, like Colin, sneak out into the city anyway. And then Mondays, or non-fables, short for mundane. Mundy is a catch-all term that fables use to refer to the non-magical inhabitants of their adopted home. Warding spells placed around the blocks of Fabletown and the farm keep their minds distracted and dull within certain boundaries. However, if anything should pique the curiosity or scrutiny of a large group of Mondays, these magical protection charms would overload and fail. As Sheriff of Fabletown, one of Bigby's primary functions is ensuring the Fabletown community maintains a low profile. That's kind of cool. So if something happens, like a severed head were to pique the interest of enough Mondays, things would go bad and fast. Glamours, or a disguise spell. Glamours are spells that allow the user to change their appearance. They are expensive, but can be purchased by non-human fables in order to pass for human among the Mundies. Cheap glamours can be found in the seedier parts of Fabletown, but they are often unreliable and prone to sudden failure. That would be bad. And last but not least, Bluebeard. We had his file in our apartment, and this is how we got this entry. It's a wealthy scoundrel. Bluebeard managed to escape the homelands with his riches intact and continues to be one of the wealthiest fables in New York. The Fabletown government depends on his generous contributions, and he often uses this influence for his own benefit. As a former serial killer, suspect, he claims his days of decapitating his brides are over. But even if he was able to leave his violent ways in the homelands, that hasn't stopped him from making an occasional trip down Crooked Lane. His days of severing heads?
Yes, I mean, I question it only due to the amount. It seemed a bit excessive.
So this is the library with all the magical items. We've got
I have the record right
magic
here.
mirror,
Give me 1 moment.
a genie lamp, and this is the business office. This is so cool. Also, Snow is...
Magic
I like
lamps
Snow.
Pretty much just
She's
lamps
cool.
After the genie's been freed.
So the genie's no longer in it? So it's not really magical anymore?
Worth a try.
That's funny. So we need to talk to the mirror.
Hey, magic mirror. I got a question.
You know the rule.
I don't have time for this shit.
Your impatience is callow. You're needlessly cruel, but have some respect for our history and rules.
This is cool.
Mirror, mirror. If you're able, tell me all about this fable.
We have to
See?
rhyme.
Was that so hard?
Yeah, I'm about 2 seconds away from kicking a hole in you.
There's no need for that. Fine. Of which fable do you wish to know?
I don't know her name. Actually, can we get info on all of them and then end with her?
Show me Snow White.
Not much of a request. She's in this very room.
Okay, so we can exhaust these. Cool.
Show me the Woodsman. Where is he?
Stumbling
What you
drunk.
see is complete. The woodsman stumbles down a street.
No shit. Which street?
I'm sorry, Bigby. I can only show you what can be seen.
Interesting. And then
Show me
Buffkin?
Buffkin.
Is he drinking instead of getting the books?
Hey, put down the bottle and get to work.
Still looking.
Called it.
I don't know her name. Not yet, anyway.
Well, until you do, I can't help you.
So we have to find her name to figure out where
Nobody right now.
body is?
Very well. Please return should you wish to ask about someone else. Or someone new.
That's so cool.
Well, I'm sure we'll get it all cleared up. Okay. Thank you.
I'm liking this game a lot now. This episode got interesting. Okay, time to... Is that a giant gauntlet? Someone being hung? Or I'm guessing it's a prop. Maybe it's not. A flying ship. Oh, that's not suspended. That's straight up flying. It did say this area had a lot of magical items, so I guess that makes sense. And then a carriage. A sword and a stone. A giant tree. And then some books, which I guess will help read. Book of Symbols. Vertum's... Okay, so this isn't in English, so I can't just start reading everything.
Great.
What?
I can't read any of this shit.
I can help.
Yeah, thanks.
We look out for each other.
Don't overdo it. Buffkin, translate.
An exquisite design from the good china of Toad Hall.
Mr. Toad?
He probably wrote this in himself.
Good china of Toad Hall. I'm gonna look at all of these. This is cool.
What's it say about that?
It says Bricklebit in an older elvish hand.
What's Bricklebit?
A magic word.
What's it do?
Makes animals shit gold.
Oh, that's great. Hold on. Not what I meant to do.
This looks familiar.
Yes, from the Axe of the Woodsman, a druid blessing, actually.
Someone blessed that thing?
I only translate.
Interesting. Is this the ring and the symbol? This symbol was on it. I don't know what all these do, but...
What's that?
It reads, Mark of the House of the Frog Prince.
Not quite who I'm looking for.
So we're looking for the symbol from her ring. Which I remember what it looks like, I just haven't found it yet. Aha! It would be on the last page.
This is the one. Where's this symbol from? Which family or story?
That's an odd one. Family name? Allerleirauh? I'll go look it up.
Allerleirauh. That means every kind of fur in German.
Donkeyskin.
How does she know that?
Yes. What does it say?
Donkeyskin?
Donkeyskin girl, also known as Donkeyskin. Also known as... Askin. Prefers to go by the name Faith. Poetic?
I
Buffkin,
called it.
We don't need the commentary.
The story of Donkeyskin. There was once a great king with a beautiful queen. The queen grew ill and had her husband promise to only marry the most beautiful girl in the kingdom. After a long search, it became clear that the only woman in the land that could match her beauty was... his daughter, Faith. She had a magic cloak made from the skin of her father's prized donkey that would hide her beauty so she could escape his kingdom. Eventually, she married a prince who could see past the magic cloak and knew her true beauty. And they lived happily ever after.
That's a cool story. Kind of sad.
Should I mark it, Miss Snow?
Yes. Please.
Deceased. Man.
And what's her husband's name?
Lawrence. Prince Lawrence.
We got what we came for.
Yeah.
Her name's Faith. She was married to Prince Lawrence. I mean, that's more than
Her
we...
name was Faith.
Yeah.
Oh,
You should
man.
Talk to the husband.
You think he did it?
Yeah, you can't rule him out. That kind of stuff happens
Nothing would surprise me at this point.
often
Can't rule
enough.
him out.
She was married? That's crazy. And what's this book?
Any information on fables in our community will be somewhere in these books. We already know her name, but feel free to have a look if you like.
That's... Oh, this is awesome. Snow White and the Seven Dwarves?
I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be me.
Yeah, dwarves. Less said about that, the better.
And that's us.
Me.
And the Woodsman.
And him.
The Woodsman?
Yep. And his axe.
Protecting Little Red Riding Hood.
Yeah, the two of them. I wonder what the story was.
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and happier days.
This is so cool how it's actually like viewed in a book. Like you can see the seam down the middle and everything changes. Like, oh, that's awesome.
And her man, Beast.
Funny.
And then the 3 little pigs.
Colin and his brothers.
Would this be Donkeyskin? And then that's the husband and... I'm not sure. I'm gonna look at that last, because that's totally got the correct symbol on it.
Ichabod Crane. Scared shitless.
Running
What's
from
that?
the Headless Horseman.
Boss. His finest moment. Hard to understand how he ended up running this place.
Well, maybe it's time that changed.
Oh, Snow, you want his job? Do it. Do it. And then Mr. Toad, and I don't know who that is.
Nice hat. Haven't seen Badger around for a while.
He likes his
Badger?
privacy, I think.
Wish Toad would like his a bit more.
And last but not least,
Yeah, that's her all right. Long time ago.
is that it? And is that her ring? I don't know. She said there were 3 books that she was pulling. That's 1, that's 2, and... Can I go around to the backside of the table? No, I cannot. He's got a tarot deck? Why?
Tarot cards. Jack brought them back from Appalachia. Who knows where they were before then? Or what he did to get them.
Can I take him?
Strength. I guess it comes in all forms.
Yeah, like getting a massage to run from your problems. Alright, I think that's it for this area, and I also think that is a great place to end. I'm probably going to have to play through all of this again, because these games save terribly. But that's okay. Can I not talk to Snow? Is that it? I think that's it for this area. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. Next time, I have a feeling we'll be going to interrogate her husband. Poor Faith. Oh man, this this game's great, but a little on the heavier side for sure. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next week, though, with more The Wolf Among Us. And until then, as always, take care.